What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? So, I am on another live video, and I'm super excited today because I have a special guest here on the channel who's literally trying to compete with my smile, but whatever. One of my buddies who we've recently kind of connected because we're working on a project that is super exciting that we're going to talk about in this video. But I thought it would be an interesting topic because, and I'm gonna let him tell you more about what he does and his come up story. But we talk about kind of the five levels of a real estate agent and the real estate career, and I think it's so genius when oh snap, I'm hearing myself again. um yeah, I think it's genius because it's so true. And the first time I heard it, I was like, dang, that's freaking awesome. And so we have this amazing event coming up where we're going to talk more about that and everything. But I want to introduce y'all to Colton Lindsay
What's up?
here, man.
Trying to
Hey.
get space with the light here. It's freaking hotel rooms are tough to get light. So
It's all good. Welcome to my channel.
I'm stoked to be on your channel, dude. I'm so stoked to be here. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't necessarily like to keep people waiting or anything. So I think it's cool if we can just dive in to not the five levels yet, but just kind of tell about you and your real estate business and what you're doing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So listen, I got into real estate in October 2005. So I've been in the business 14 years. It'll be this year, and I did two. I sold two homes my first year. I failed miserably, right? But then I got into a coaching program with Fearless Agent, and I did 20 something deals and 30 to 40 up to my peak. I did 75 plus deals a year until that was as a single agent. Then I was able to like kind of reshift my focus and my priorities and build out my team to a fifth level team, what we're going to talk about in Dallas this year. But what I learned out was this: is my whole drive was to become financially free. How many of you guys watching like that's your goal? You got into real estate to make more money and have more time freedom, financial freedom and time freedom. Yes, put a yes in the comments if that was why you got in. But what I realized is I had become like a slave to my business. And I tell everyone this: I was financially free by 31, and I was miserable by 32.
Mm.
So what I did is with our academy is I created the five levels of a real estate agent, and that's what basically what we're going to be doing in Dallas at the summit is teaching you to identify where you're at as an agent. How do you go to a level five?
Yeah, nice. So I like that you brought up that you felt miserably your first year because I tell people that all the time. And you know, I wanted people to stop being embarrassed about that or ashamed of that because it's just kind of like one of those things. Do you get agents like that are kind of embarrassed to open up about like where they really are in their businesses?
Yeah, for sure. So we just had a conversation with this. I was a little late on this call because I was with my prospecting alliance, my group coaching program, and it was this. And even with a team member today, the number one place where we fail ourselves is authenticity with ourselves, number one, and honesty with others, number two, with our high risk relationships. Our high risk relationships are a spouse, a sibling, a business partner, a client, a coach or a mentor, or someone we look up to. We want to create this facade that we're not the imposter, meaning we either doing better than we really are, or there's reversed imposter syndrome that we get is where we actually pretend we're not doing as good as we really are, right? But either way, we avoid the authenticity.
Yeah, yeah. Something that I started when I started my real estate channel, and I was telling Brian this last week, was that I think that's why people started following me because I was literally sharing that real authentic, like, this is not what I thought it was going to be, and this is what I'm struggling with, and this is where I need help type of stuff, instead of playing the I'm the perfect agent. I have it all figured out, and I'm making loads of money when I knew that was the total opposite. You know.
So here's the mantra that I teach inside my mastermind program. I correct and I continue. I correct and I continue because listen, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to not know what to do. I'm going to fall off the wagon. I'm going to have days where and the idea is how can I correct and continue more often, more quickly? And when we
Right.
identify what it is to correct and continue, we can go from level one to level two, from two to three, four to four, or 3 to 4, 4 to 5.
Yep. Yep. So let's just dive into what those actual levels are, because there's so much more conversation at each level, but I feel like we just need to put out like what the 5 levels are. So can you just do a quick run through of those 5 different levels?
Yep, let's take a look at that. So here's the level one, gang. Level one is where you're selling 0 to 10 homes a year. You're making less than $50,000 a year in income. Everyone starts here. 87% of agents end here in the first year or two, because what happens is they don't get traction, they don't get the money that they think they're going to get, and they end up getting out of the business. That's why I love what Ricky Carruth is all about, is how do we reduce the failure rate in the real estate industry. That's why we wanted him at the event, Chastin. That's who connected us. Is he's going to be one of the major speakers of that event. Now, when we look at this, the question is why isn't the question is not why are people failing out of the business at this level. The question is, what do I need to do to go on to level two to succeed beyond year 1 and 2 to get to where I'm doing way more than 10 deals a year? How many of you guys literally want to make more than $50,000 a year in income? Be completely honest with me. Drop a $ in the comments down below. I hope all of you are dropping comments or the $signs. Okay. So number one, you got to focus on setting 3 or more appointments every single week. That's it. How do I get 3 people to meet with this week? Number 2 is you become a master at your skill set, the ability to sell, the ability to prospect, the ability to set an appointment, the ability to lead, ultimately the ability to communicate. And then the third thing is, once you've got those 2 down, which is your focus for that level 1, start to build a network of people that will send you business. Fans, friends, past clients, hopefully at this point is a level 2, SOI, people that will know you, like you, love you, and trust you, and send you business. Those are the first 3 things we got to focus on, level 1 and a level 2. Level 1 is really setting appointments and getting great at your sales skills.
Gotcha. Yep. I can definitely agree to those. I mean, those are even as I bring on new team members and I'm growing my team, those 3 things that you just named, setting the appointments and mastering the skill set, like that's the basis of the first few months working at Founders Group. Really, like we have to bring in leads, or I can bring in leads day and night, but if we're not mastering how to sell, we're not having those role plays, having those conversations, going out on appointments, converting them, it does nobody any good, because we can generate leads all day and night, but where's the close coming? So yeah, I love that.
Ricky Carruth, free real estate coach. He will be at the event in Dallas. Chastin will be there. I'll be there. Brian Casella will be there. Danny Morrell will be there. Hold on, just back up just a second. Like, I have to sit back. I remember I called Ricky a few months ago, and I was like, dude, I had this hallucination that I want to do an event in Dallas. I want you to speak there. I want BC to speak there. And I told him, he's like, let's fucking do it. He's like, I got the perfect guy. We got to connect with Chastin. And he just believed in the vision. I had to pinch myself just a little bit that this is happening in September. It's so fucking cool. It really is so cool. I'm so stoked.
Yeah, it's gonna be neat, and I'll drop the link down.
It's gonna be neat. It's gonna be neat.
Yeah, say neat.
If you guys think it's gonna be neat, put a neat in the comments down below.
Don't do that. No, it's all good. But no, I'll put the link to join the waiting list.
Right.
Comment.
So you guys know the waiting list is so I've got a lot of my own coaching clients and followers. Ricky does, Brian does, Chastin's got you guys as well. And so only the people on this list are going to get the updates about the speakers, about the exact dates and the venue, because we're still crystallizing a few of these final things. But I'm here to tell you guys, this is going to be probably one of the most exciting events for realtors, specifically for realtors, because there we're going to walk you through these levels every step of the way. So level 2, let's get into that if you're open, is 10 to 20 deals a year. Okay, you're doing $50,000 to $150,000 in revenue. Now, you're not going to do much different at level 2 than you do level 1. You're just going to turn it up the volume a bit. Instead of 3 appointments a week, I got to get to 5 appointments every single week, number 1. Number 2 is I still got to continue to become a master at my skill set of communicating, my sales and leadership skills. Because what I do as a salesperson is really training me to be a great leader. Great leaders are great salespeople. Okay. Now, this is where I turn up the volume big time in building my network. This is where I'm getting to build my database. By this level, level 2, you should have 100 people in your sphere of influence. That's people that you know, like, love, and trust you that will send you business possibly. Now, an SOI is someone that if I go to the grocery store, I'm going to run into them. I'm going to recognize them. That's someone I want my SOI. Got it? Now, what I got to be able to do is have 4 major parts to my SOI. 1, you need a name. Number 2, a phone number. Number 3, an email address. And number 4, a mailing address. What I tend to see agents do is they have bits and pieces of this. Let's get all 4 of that data so that we can then build our attraction-based marketing plan.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's some good stuff. I hope y'all are taking notes for this. This is real good.
You tell Dallas, right? Here's the way I envision Dallas. I envision epic speakers like you, like Ricky, like Danny Morell, Joshua Smith, Brian Casella, each one talking on one of these different levels, right? Like, so that we're really going and diving in deep over these 2.5 days. So people are really clear. Where am I? Number 1. Number 2 is what are my next 3 to 5 massive actions that drive me to that next level? How do I get there? You get me?
Yeah. So Colton, how do you recognize when you belong at a certain level? Because I guess in my mind, I think, okay, some people may have some good months or, few good streaks in a row. Like when do you recognize that, okay, I've fully made it to this level?
So what I created is a roadmap, and each roadmap has about 10 milestones on it. This is how we track it within inside the WDR Academy. And each level has new milestones that you're achieving, right? So when we look at level 3 is 20 to 40 deals a year. This is $150,000 to $250,000 in commission. This is what I call the leverage level. Okay, if we look at level 2 is called the network or database level. Number 1 level is called the appointment setting level. Setting appointments, building a network, leveraging myself. Level 4, when we go 40 to 75 deals plus a year, is now leadership building. And then level 5, which is 75, 100 plus deals a year, that's ownership level producing. So we have to look at the milestones. Here's where most agents get stuck. If they get past level 1, they never go beyond level 3 if they're lucky. Because what happens is I start making money. Level 2 is the ego level, right? This is where I start getting 10, 15, 20 deals under my pocket. And all of a sudden, though, I think I've got it all figured out. Who's with me here, guys? I don't need help. I've got this all on my own. And then you start doing deals, and most of y'all making 150. I don't know about you, Chastin. I didn't grow up in a super wealthy family. I was like working class, not poor, but definitely not rich.
Mm-hmm.
So when I made $165,000 in 1 month. It blew my mind because my parents didn't make that in a year growing up, right? I never thought that was possible growing up. So my point is, guys, is we start making more money at level 3 than most you ever made your whole life, most you ever dreamed of, or most of the people in your life. And what happens is we start spending that money like poor people do. Meaning we get some money, we start spending that on a new watch, on a new car, on a bigger, better house, on a sweet vacation. Moral of the story is level 3s get stuck because they get obsessed with buying liabilities. They have no financial management program in place. And then to keep up the facade of I am successful with all my stuff, I have to work 8 days a week, 29 hours a day, so I can keep the commissions coming in to pay my liabilities, to pay my payments. Who's with me here? Put a yes. Throw your hands up in the air. I can't believe it's that freaking simple in the air, like I don't care, because this is where you get stuck. Here's what we got to do at level 3. We still got to continue setting 5 appointments. We still got to continue mastering our skill set. We still got to build our network. Now, though, we got to build out our network through leverage because we're busy. And we got to start to create attraction-based marketing, content creation, staying in front of these guys over and over again with our brand message. And we've got to manage our cash flow and obsessively buy assets. Here's what I want from the master or from the WGR Academy. Number 1, build your business. Number two, financial freedom. What is financial freedom? Write this down. Where your passive or residual income pays for your desired lifestyle. How much do you need every single month into your bank account? Pay for your desired lifestyle. And then the third thing is be fulfilled along the way. I said unfulfilled, right? I was 31, financially free, had money dropping. I still have money dropping in my account every single day, every single month to pay for my lifestyle. But yet I was unhappy. I wasn't fulfilled. How many of you guys get to that point of your business where you're stressed about your deals? You're stressed about your clients. You're overwhelmed. You're disconnected with your family members. You're addicted to this little thing called an iPhone. If you're addicted to Android, you're just weird. But I get if you're addicted to iPhones, right? That's normal. But my point is, we get these negative emotions, right? We get stuck in these negative emotions, and that's the fulfillment piece. You follow me?
Yeah, we're all here. This is some awesome stuff. So at the event though, and I'm so excited about it every time I talk to you. So these different levels, we're all gonna be speaking kind of true to the levels that we are super knowledgeable about. But my whole thought behind it is that people are going to leave, with tactical things that they can do immediately in their businesses from this 2-day event.
Yep.
I mean,
For sure. So here's what I always teach my academy members. So my mastermind partners, they pay $5,000 up front to be in my program, right? To go through that. And all of these things we teach in there are what I call the psychological and the emotional state. 10% is skill set, how to strategy. That's what we're going to focus a lot on at the summit because those are still extremely important. We are going to bring in a major element of the psychological and emotional. Like, I don't know if I even told you this. My friend Sam, she owns a company called Pause Breathwork. We're going to be doing a technique that you guys can learn that allows you to increase your emotional state. It's called holotropic breathwork. It's fucking amazing, right? You guys are going to get high on your own supply when you guys come to Dallas. That's what I call it, high on your own supply. But you're absolutely right. So when you're on stage, I know what we've talked about is to give these guys executable items that as a level 1 agent, they can go create appointments immediately. We're going to have BC on stage talking about how do we continue at that next level. Ricky, how do we perform at a high level on a high level 3? Joshua Smith, how do we build out a badass level 4 business and then start to create a team? He did 300 million in volume sales last year. And then we're going to have Danny Morrell, $1 billion in sales last year with his company. $1 billion, guys. I can't even count to $1 billion, right? That was the volume sales this company did last year. And what we're going to hear from all of these is how can you tie it in for each one of these levels to go to the next level.
So excited. Hope y'all gonna come to Dallas. This is gonna be so good.
So here's what you guys need to do is you need to click that link that Chastin shared, either in the description or the comments. You need to get on the wait list. Only the people on the wait list are going to get an opportunity to buy a ticket. Okay? That's the only people we're going to announce it to. We've got well over 500 people on the list. There's only 500 tickets available for the event.
Exactly. So definitely get in. I'm just making sure we're answering everybody's questions. If there's any questions y'all have for us, put it in the comments here. Please do. Yeah. We're gonna have an amazing turnout. We're gonna have an amazing turnout for this. And you just dropped some great knowledge that I think it's so important for people, especially agents, to constantly recognize where you are in your business, not just from a number standpoint. Oh, I sold 10 million, or I'm selling 50 million, but really, where are you in terms of growth? Are you progressing? People can get stuck at any level, really, and you can have money coming in, but are you really growing, and are you really building something to its maximum potential? And I feel like how Colton just laid out these different levels, even if you're at level 2 and didn't really know a level 3 existed, now that gives you something to really work towards,
Wow. Think about this, Jason. You look back when you first started in your business. I look back 14 years now. Like, I didn't even know where I stood. Like, I didn't even know what I was supposed to be doing. I had no clue. And I didn't know where I was, and I didn't know where I was going. I knew I wanted freedom, time freedom, and I wanted money freedom. That's all I knew. How to get there from where I was and to even be clear on where I was at, I had no idea because I didn't know what I didn't know. I was just unconscious with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that's for a lot of people, to be honest with you, even at all levels, really. So I want to, Colton, where can people follow you at?
So you guys can get me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So on Facebook, it's or Instagram. Instagram is the WGR at the WGR. YouTube is Colton Lindsay, and then Facebook is Colton Lindsay as well. You go to my Facebook group. It's the WGR Academy. It's a free Facebook group there as well. You just look up the WGR.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I won't. Somebody says we didn't talk about levels 4 and 5 in depth. You got to come to the event.
Well,
You got to come.
we have to wrap it up. Is time out expired? Is that what it is?
Yeah. I mean, we have a couple more minutes if you want to go into something right quick. I just wanted to be mindful of everyone's time and stuff like that.
I want to be mindful that you guys need to learn what level 4 is. Level 4 is leadership. This is 40 to 75 deals a year. You're making 250 to $500,000. This is where we start to hire leaders in our organization. Level 3 is where we leverage with an assistant and a transaction coordinator. Level 4 is where we start to hire salespeople into our organization. And we develop our systems in detail at this point so that our leaders can focus on them and take them over. Now, here's what's important at this level, though, is you're still doing 80% of the production yourself. You're leveraged, but the production, the appointments, the contract signing, that's coming from you, 80% of that. Level 5 is where we're going to do 75, 100 plus deals a year, but 80+% of that is coming from your leaders that you've created and brought into the organization at level 4. Okay. At this point now, you can leverage out so much. You can focus on creating other revenue streams. What we teach, and very important now in this industry, is influencership. If you want to create your own online academy, or maybe you want to get into doing more real estate investing, or whatever it is, you've got to be able to get your time freedom while you have your financial freedom with your business. That's where level 5 comes in.
Understood. Understood. Any other questions? Sorry, I'm looking at my other screen over here. trying to multitask. But yeah, man. Well, this was awesome. Thank you for coming on today. And again, y'all, this is going to be an amazing event here in Dallas, WGR Summit. The link is in the description and in the comments and everywhere else where you'll get to see me and everybody else that Colton's named.
Can we go over the lineup of the event real quick? Who's going to be there?
Yep.
So I know you mentioned it. So obviously, Chastin, you're going to be there, right? We're going to have me. I'm going to be the lead trainer at the event and really kind of gluing all the pieces together. We're going to have Ricky Carruth. How many of you guys know who Ricky Carruth is? Put that in the comments down below. He's going to be one of the major speakers at this event. We're going to have Brian Casella. So Ricky does $1 million a year in gross commission income. Okay. You guys know about Chastin because you guys follow him. You know where he's at with his stuff. Brian Casella. Anyone know BC? Put that in the comments down below if you know him. Does $1 million a year in annual revenue between real estate and internet influencership with his coaching company. We're also going to have Joshua Smith from GSD Mode. If you haven't seen him, he's amazing. He's got an amazing podcast. He's got several different companies. He's got a coaching program, and he has a real estate sales team that does $300 million in volume sales per year. He's going to be there. And then we got Danny Morrell that I mentioned earlier as well, $1 billion in annual sales. He also owns a company that does an event coming up in July. It's called Relentless Event. We're actually going to be giving some free tickets away for Relentless inside of this the summit package. Like when you buy a ticket, some of you are going to have an opportunity to also get included in your ticket is a free ticket to Relentless. Okay. So he's going to be at the event speaking. Then we're going to have a special panel with Nick Good, Matt Kelderman, and Brian Force. Together, they do about 300 closed transactions per year. So it's going to be sick. There's going to be a VIP night on the 19th, and then we're going to do 2 full days, all day Friday the 20th and all day Saturday the 21st. So get on that wait list as we launch those tickets become available for you guys.
Ooh.
What? You excited?
Yeah, man. I'm excited to learn some stuff too.
It's going to be sick, man. It's going to be a great freaking event for sure.
Yes. All right, Colton. Well, I will let you hop off of here, and I'm gonna get going too. Thank y'all for tuning in, and definitely get on that wait list ASAP before it closes up. And we look forward to seeing you out in Dallas this September.
Awesome, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for
Thank
having me.
you. Oh, hold on. How do I turn this off? Oh, there we go.